Hey there, it's Diane Forster. Welcome to I Have Today, where we talk about the art of intentional living. And I've got a very special episode for you today. So, if you've been feeling stuck, frustrated, perhaps depressed, bored, or unmotivated in your life, this is an absolute must-see episode because what we're going to talk about today is how to let go of the past so you can create a better life. That is the name of our episode today. How to let go of the past so you can create a better life. So I am Diane Forster. I am your host, and we are here every Monday at 11 a.m. Pacific Time live with this show. And where you can find us is on the E360 TV network. We're also streaming live on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, and on LinkedIn. We also take this show and we pull the audio from it and create our podcast. So we're available on all the podcast streaming platforms as well. We've done hundreds of episodes, and everything that we do here at I Have Today is about inspiring, empowering, and educating you so you could be living to your highest, greatest, fullest potential. And so today is a very special episode. I wanted to do this intentionally myself. I did not want any other guests in the studio. I wanted this to be a power-packed episode for you because I want you to be able to let go of the past and the things that are holding you back, that's stopping you from creating the life that you want. And the reason why I wanted to do this right now today is I have been speaking to a lot of women lately. A lot of women. I've been on the phone with many, many, many women. There's so many of you out there that have big goals, dreams, and desires. You want to make big impact in the world. You want to use your life in a powerful way. You want to help people. You want to take your life experiences and help others with the things that you've been through on the journey you've experienced, and hopefully help people avoid some of the pitfalls and the mistakes and the pain and the trauma and the things that you've experienced, and help them avoid that. And so what I'm seeing a pattern over and over again with is the number of women who actually want to do this, and they have the goals, they have the dreams, they have the desires, but they're too afraid, they're too ashamed, they're too scared, and they're too embarrassed to step up into it because of the conditions of their life. And I'm talking about their financial situation or their living situation or a lot of different things in their life that they are keeping a secret, and it's holding them back because there's so much shame. And if you know anything about David Hawkins' map of consciousness, and you've ever done any work with emotions and frequencies, shame is the lowest of the low. It is at the bottom of the rung of emotions. It's the worst. It's the worst emotion that there is. And we are suffering from pain and trauma from our past that's holding us back. It's not your fault. You are living in patterns that have been developed over your lifetime. It has been from childhood trauma that's been trapped, that has led to you to where you are, and it's been normalized. And so you think this is normal to be living this way. And what I've discovered happens with women, and men as well, but I'm focusing on women right now because that is most of who my audience is, the audience here, and the audience in my work. And so what happens with women is we go through what is known as when from birth to 7 years old, those are the imprint years. Those are when we are in the theta brainwave state, and we are literally just sponges picking up information. We're picking up emotions, we're picking up language, we're picking up beliefs, things that aren't even ours. We don't even have the filter to decipher how we feel about it. It's just being inherently ingrained into us and literally soaked into us. We're like sponges for it, right? And then we move to the modeling years, which is the next age group. And that's like 8 to 13, 14 years old. And that's when we start to model different behavior. Maybe it's your older brother or sister, or it's your teacher, or it's a parent, or it's friends, or it's people in the media. Those modeling years start to happen. And we also go through tremendous growth then, right? We go through puberty then. There's so many changes. Well, then we move into the socialization years. These are really challenging years in many ways because there's so much comparisonitis going on, and we start inheriting all these beliefs that we're not good enough. We're really focused in and aware of a lot of things going on in our world, whether that's in the media or in movies or television, in school. There's so many, everybody's at different levels, right? And so we start to inherit a lot of limiting beliefs then, right? A lot of fear. And we don't want to stand out in any way because of the shame, and to be different is not good when you're that age. Society will tell us it's not, and so we want to quote unquote fit in. And then what happens is we move into the professional years in our early 20s, and that goes on to our 30s. And what happens then is we're in a time of our lives where we are doing what society thinks, tells us that we should be doing. These are the things we think we should be doing. We should be going to school and going to college and graduating and then getting a job and at a good company with a good 401k and all of those things. And then we should be getting married and having children. And so we move into this time of our lives where a lot of pressure is on us to catch up with everybody else. You see all your friends getting engaged and getting married. And then if you're not, you feel bad about yourself. And you see your friends getting further along in their career. And if you're not, you feel bad about yourself. So a lot of things like that start to happen. Well, then as you're in that time of your life, your life really becomes about other people. So it's your boss, it's your friendship relationships. Then you get married, and then it's about your children. And then somewhere around the age of 35, 40 years old, you start to have an awakening. This is all my beliefs, you guys. A lot of what I just said is all based. There's tons of science and research on it, so much. But what then happens is we start to wake up a little bit like, is this all there is? Or you start to think, I thought I wanted all these things and now I'm not happy. What's wrong with me? Right? And different things start to happen in relationships. Maybe your marriage isn't going well, and maybe you're getting divorced, or maybe there's affairs, or stuff starts to happen there. And so a lot of what Dr. Joe Dispenza says is by the time we're age 35, our personality is pretty much set. And for a lot of people, and I was certainly one of them, I was very robotically going through my life. I was raising my kids, my twins. I had taken a brief hiatus from ABC. I went back to work at ABC and raising my twins. I was in a very unhappy marriage, and everything in my life to the outside world looked so good. I looked so good. I had a great house. I was married. I had my son and daughter and was raising them. We had 2 dogs. We had a beautiful home. We had the cars. We had a built-in swimming pool in the backyard. I worked at ABC at the time. So glamorous. That's what people think, right? And, we went on vacations, and we just had a lot of the material stuff that I thought I wanted. And what was really going on with me was I was not happy. I was not happy at all. I started drinking wine on a daily basis at the age of 38. I had not done that before in my life. I certainly, went out, and would drink, but I was not a daily drinker until that time in my life, with the exception of the time in my 20s, right? And so I started numbing myself of this life, this pattern, this robotic routine I was going on. And then anyway, some events started happening in my life. My former husband and I separated, then we got back together, and life was all about the kids. And then at the age of 46, I hit a breaking point and I attempted suicide. I just couldn't take it anymore. I had just snapped. And that was my wake up call that started my journey of healing and transformation to become who I am today, which is a life and mindset coach and a TV host, and bringing this information to you. So that was over a decade ago that bathroom moment happened. And it's been an evolution. And my reinvention happened, from the time that suicide moment happened in 2011, and my reinvention to move from Chicago to San Diego after my twins graduated high school, walk away from my corporate job at ABC, and totally reinvent my life. The courage to do all of that was in 2015. So here we are, almost 8 years later from that time that happened. Wow, it's exactly 8 years later. Now that I'm thinking about it, this month, it was 8 years ago that I quit my job. So much has happened in my life, and I have learned so much along the way. And what I learned is what I'm teaching you today, back to my point about the women. And I was keeping the dirty little secrets. I was keeping the lies to myself. I was keeping my unhappiness to myself until the point where I was on the bathroom, in the bathroom and having this moment, and I couldn't keep it a secret anymore. And when I discovered that I now had to share my life, what was happening in my life with my family, with my friends, with my coworkers and my boss, what was happening to me, all I got was unconditional love and support. And I thought to myself, if only I had shared this sooner. So what I want to do for you today is I want to grant you permission to stop hiding in the guilt, shame, and embarrassment of whatever the condition of your life is, because there's nothing to be ashamed of. Every one of us has gone through or is going through dark moments in our lives. And what I want to do with you today is something very, very powerful. I am going to help you let go of the past so that you can start to create that life that I know that you are dreaming of, because I know I sure was dreaming of a different life and a better life. And I'm going to take everything that I learned and break it down for you. I'm going to give you 6 steps today that are going to be very, very powerful for you. And then I'm going to extend an invitation to you to one of my amazing courses that I hope you'll take me up on, because it is so incredibly powerful. So this show is all about you letting you let go of the trauma and the pain from your past. Just let go of the past so you can create a better life for yourself. Okay. So with that said, what I want to do first is I want to share our weekly intention statement, which is I have today to let go of the past to enjoy my new life. I have today to let go of the past to enjoy my new life. And you do not have to stay stuck in the pain of the past. You do not have to stay in what Joe Dispenza calls the personality of who you think you are. We can unnormalize what you believe is normal for you. We can get you unstuck from those beliefs that you inherited that weren't even yours to begin with. We can give you new beliefs and a new way of thinking, of feeling and speaking and of being and showing up in your life starting right now today. What if today is the day that you start a brand new life and you get to start it all over fresh and new today? Like I write in my poem, I have today to start fresh and new. You do have today to start fresh and new. And so that's what we're going to be doing with our time together. So I want you to invite you to get comfortable, get some pen and paper out to take notes. If you're driving, obviously just listen, but really don't let this just be something that you're passively listening to. Take action, because the moment change happens, is the moment that you actually take action. And they say law of attraction, but the word action is in attraction. So if you want a better life, you got to be better. You got to do better, right? And you are the only one that can do this. I'm telling you, it's you. No one is going to do this for you. I am going to facilitate this for you, but you've got to be the one that actually does the work. And it is work because it's working muscles that you're not used to working. You're used to denying and not looking at what is too painful to look at. It's like a car wreck or something like that. Like you can't look at it, but you have to. You have to do what I'm helping you to do today in order to make the change, because like I teach, ABC, awareness begets change. Once you're aware, then you can make the changes. Okay. So all this started because, you guys, I posted a couple of videos on TikTok and they're going viral. They're still going viral. And so now all of these women are commenting and coming into my world and sending me messages. And plus I'm on the phone with so many women in my coaching practice. And I'm just like, this pattern has got to stop. It's got to stop. So we're going to start doing that right now. You ready? All right. So the first thing I want to say to you, for you to do to start letting go of the past so you can enjoy a new life is this. Number one, we have to find the blocks. Find the blocks. We have to find where they came, what are they, right? And where they came from in order to realize, oh my God, I didn't even know that was a block for me. And by the way, we all have them. Don't care who you are, you've got them. You have blind spots and things that you can't see for yourself. I know I have all my coaches and my friends and my mastermind groups, my forums of women who help me find those blocks in the forum that I'm in. We call it the 5%, the 5% that nobody knows about, or the 5% that you can't see, right? So we have to find your blocks. You've got to find your blocks. Okay. So how, Diane, how do I find my blocks? Well, a great way to do it is you got to look back on your life and you got to go back as early as you can to find the memories of the times, usually they were painful, of when things showed up in your life that were really hurtful and painful, right? The happy ones, I don't want you to focus on those right now. We're going to get to that later. We're definitely going to get to that. The happy ones are great to remember, but I want you to go back and remember the painful ones and go back as early as you can go. I know for me, there was a memory I had when I was about 3 or 4 years old, and I was in the basement of our house. My parents were upstairs in the kitchen and they were fighting. And it took a lot of work for me to uncover this because it was so deeply buried in my mind, in my subconscious. What a pattern it's been in my life. And what was happening at that time is my mom and dad were fighting. And my mom and dad were separating. My dad was leaving the house. They were fighting and they had decided to separate and he was leaving. Oh, I got like emotions coming up right now, right? And they didn't know I was in the basement. They didn't know that I could hear what was going on. And I can't remember the words. I just only remember the way it made me feel. And so I had to find that memory. Okay. So I'm going to explain how important this is in just a moment. Okay. So that was one. I remember that there was a time when I lost a library book at the public library, right? That's a time when I took out books at the public library. It wasn't the same day and age that we have now. I'm stuttering over my words. But anyway, I lost a public library book. It was $3 for me to replace it. And my dad sat me down at the kitchen table and he had 3 $1 bills in his hands. And he said to me, you see this? As he held up the $3 bills, he said, it's like throwing it in the trash. And the garbage can was sitting next to us and he just laid them in the trash. And so, oh my God, that was such a painful memory for me. And then there were other ones, so many things, times my boyfriend broke up with me, times fighting with my sisters, like so many things. You got to find these. So when you find these, you want to write them down. Now, a good way to do this is just start wherever you are. You can work from where you are and work backwards, or you can start with the first memory that pops up. But what I want you to do is get as many of these down on paper as possible. Find these painful memories, and I know some of them for you are very, very dark. I work with a lot of women, and I am astounded and aghast at the number of you who've been abused, molested, raped, just horrific things, terrible, terrible things. But I want you to know that that's not happening to you right now. I know it's painful for you to go there, but we need to find them. We need to find the blocks, okay? So step number 1 is I want you to find the blocks. This is going to help you so much. I know it doesn't seem like it is right now, but it's going to. So the first thing I want you to do, find the blocks. The next thing is determine the patterns. Now, determine the patterns. The patterns are what you believe about that experience. So, for instance, here we go. I'm going to answer the 3-year-old, when I was a 3-year-old, that memory of my parents fighting and my father leaving. What was the pattern, the belief that got anchored in me at 3 years old when my parents were fighting and my father left? Men don't stay. Men leave. Daddies don't stay. Daddies leave, right? Think about that. So imagine how I showed up in relationships with men growing up and before I understood that I had this pattern, right? Push them away. Push them away. I would push them away. I would hurt them before they could hurt me. No matter what it was, whether it was actually leaving them or saying something or provoking a fight or walking out, that is a pattern that developed in my life and in my relationship. And I was like, wow, that is huge to uncover. Now imagine the belief that got anchored in me when I was 8 years old and lost the library book and had to pay the library $3. And my father said to me, see this? This is like taking these $3 and throwing them in the trash. What do you think got anchored in me? The beliefs that got anchored in me that day? I'm a bad girl. I throw money away. I'm no good with money. I'm irresponsible. Like, wow. So those are just 2 examples. So what I want you to do is figure out the patterns for you. And then all of a sudden, the light bulb is going to go off in your head and going, oh my God, of course I show up in relationships this way. Of course I have an unhealthy relationship with money. Of course I can't hold down a job. Of course I can't maintain a relationship, right? Of course I can't stay healthy. I can't lose this weight. Like, things are going to start coming up for you when you start to determine the patterns. This is why we have to do this work. It is so critically important. Okay, so the first one was find the blocks. The second one was determine the patterns. Number 3 is rewrite the beliefs. So now when you have the patterns and you find out what those negative beliefs are, now what I want you to do is I want you to take out a piece of paper and have those old beliefs on one side of the page. And then I want you to rewrite them for what you actually do want. And you do want to believe. Even if you don't believe it yet, that's okay. Remember, this is a process on letting go of the past. And it's very sequential the way I'm doing this for you, okay? So now I want you to rewrite it. So what is the new belief that I wanted to have about relationships and my feelings about men? that men leave women, men don't stay, daddies don't stay, all of those things. That men provide security and stability. Men are loving and kind. The men in my life are trustworthy and reliable. Like those are new beliefs. And as I'm saying these words to you, if you've been struggling in relationships with your life, they probably feel like, ooh, I don't believe that, right? It's because you're stuck in that personality and the pattern of the way you believe things are. Remember, you inherited all of those beliefs from age 0, birth, till 7 or 8 years old. Every one of those was somebody else's belief. Okay. So we have to rewrite it depending on how old you are. And I am 58 years old. I say that 58 years young. I say that proudly. A lot of time I lived my life in those beliefs. So we want to rewrite the beliefs so that you have something new to believe in instead, something new, something better, something exciting, right? All right, hang on. I want to move over to the comments here. Okay. All right. So that's number 3. We want you to rewrite your beliefs. I want you to rewrite your beliefs. Okay. Number 4. Number 4 is affirm your new beliefs. I want you to affirm them. Affirm, affirm, affirm. I want you to do this all the time. And I want you not just to affirm it verbally, I want you to see them and say them in your mind. I want you to feel them in your heart. I want you to speak them from your lips. And I want you to act as if they're already true. Think, feel, speak, act. Okay? Use all of that to start affirming your new beliefs. And what's going to happen as you're affirming these new beliefs is your limiting beliefs, the old beliefs, will start to dissipate. You're going to create new neural pathways in your brain, and you're going to start believing that. And then what's going to happen is the reticular activating system in your brain, because you're giving it new information, is going to go to work to start proving that, providing evidence of that. It's all already here anyway. That's a topic for another day's show. But trust me, everything that you really do want is right in front of you. And the reason why you're not getting it is because of your old beliefs, of what you're thinking, feeling, speaking, and acting about your old beliefs. So that's why we want to let go of the past. So as you're affirming this and you become more aware of this, this is affirming your new beliefs. Now, that might be hard to fathom right now. Well, how am I going to do this? Well, here's how you're going to do it. Step number 5 is you're going to set up a daily routine, a new daily routine that's going to allow you to have this information in front of you all the time. All right. I just want to share with you what I have in front of me. I just have a couple of them. I keep notes in front of me all the time. I am constantly affirming the beliefs of what I want to attract into my life. Yeah, I have even more, but those are the first ones that I had handy. So setting up a daily routine to do this. So what that might look like is, I'll tell you mine. First thing I do, my feet hit the floor. I starfish my arms and legs out and I say, I have today to love my life. Something really good's going to happen to me today. I can feel it. Miracles big and small. I notice them all. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. So I put that amazing affirmation into the universe. I let the universe know I expect miracles today. And then I go and I do my meditation practice and sit quietly, tune into God and the universe and spirit and collective consciousness. Then I write in my journal and I affirm all my affirmations, everything that I want. I write them as if they're really true. And then I go move my body. I do my gratitude list and I do my forgiveness list. All right. So that's my morning routine. But then I will throughout the day affirm. Okay. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to think about what could be the daily routine that you could do for yourself to set yourself up for success in order to start developing this new daily routine, this new habit, so that you're letting go of the past, right? And you are not bringing that into your today. The video that I'm referencing on TikTok that went viral was about stop talking about your past. Stop talking about it. It's not serving you. It's not helping you. If you're in therapy and you're dealing with trauma and you're working to get better and heal from it and move on, absolutely. Or if you are like me, like a TV host, speaker, author, and your work and your story, like I shared my story at the beginning, is helping people, that's okay. But if you're talking about your past as the reason and the excuse that you're not moving forward in your life, that's the problem. That's the problem. So doing everything that I'm telling you to do, these 6 steps I'm telling you to do today, is going to help you get over that, get past your past, realize talking about it is not helping you. It's not. It's hurting you and it's keeping you stuck. But I'm giving you what you need to replace it with in order to let go of that. Because we can't just remove something without something to replace it with. It's destined to fail every time. All right. So set up a daily routine for yourself. That is step number 5. Now, step number 6 is become aware when you slip back. This is big. We all do this. We all slip back. We are all human, and there is so much up here. I'm 58 years old. I've had, I don't even know how many decades. I've had almost 6 decades of life and experiences. There's a lot of memories that are in my mind, right? There's a lot of trapped trauma that we have, right? There are different things that could trigger us. So become aware when you're slipping back into your old patterns of thinking, feeling, speaking, and acting. Because like I said earlier, the ABCs, when you become aware, awareness begets change. Once you're aware, as Rhonda Byrne writes about in all her books, The Secret. She created The Secret. The Greatest Secret is one of the best books I've ever read about this. The whole book is about awareness. Am I aware? Am I aware? Asking yourself that question all day long. Am I aware? Am I aware? Am I aware where I'm acting under, old programming and patterns that I don't like? Am I aware about the way I'm speaking? Am I aware about the way I'm showing up? Am I aware about the way I'm feeling? When you create the awareness, then you can do something about it. So you have to be able to become aware of when it's happening. Don't beat yourself up over it. It's not a big deal. It's just becoming aware of it. And the more you become aware of it, the more you can make change, the faster you can make change. Okay. So those are the 6 steps. They're really powerful. I want to review them with you one more time. All right, team, let's show them one more time. Number 1 is find the blocks. Find the blocks. Number 2, determine the patterns. Number 3, rewrite the beliefs. Number 4, affirm your new beliefs. Number 5, set up a daily routine because you want this for success. And number 6, become aware when you slip back. Okay? So I hope you found that helpful. And what we're going to do right now is we are going to take a quick break for our commercial for the Spifter, our sponsor. And then I'm going to share something super exciting with you, and we're going to do our mantra meditation. So just stick around and pay attention to this message, and I'll see you in 1 minute. This week's episode of I Have Today is brought to you by the Spifter. The Spifter is a fun sifting spoon that makes cooking, baking, and decorating with sugars and spices so much fun. No more mess or wasting your spices. It's fast, clean, and easy. Everything looks and tastes delicious. It's also great for straining loose tea, getting pesky broken cork out of your wine glass, and draining liquid off food like olives and capers. Whether you're a novice cook or a gourmet chef, you'll love the results. The Spifter, the kitchen gadget that no kitchen should be without. All right, so what I want to ask you right now was, all right, how do we do this, Diane? I really, really need some help with this. Well, I have an exciting announcement for you. I designed a program to help you do this. It is called the Mindset and Manifestation 6-Day Challenge, and it's going to help you do everything that we said. It is going to help you find the blocks. It's going to help you determine the pattern. It's going to help you rewrite those beliefs. It's going to help you affirm those new beliefs. It's going to help you set up a new daily routine to help you live this way more intentionally. And the end of it is so good. It's going to teach you a skill that allows you to go from feeling scared, fearful, negative emotions to positive in 20 seconds or less. All right. So take a look at this right now, this video. Hey there, it's Diane Forrester, and thanks for your interest in the 6-Day Mindset Manifestation Challenge. Okay, I hope you're excited about this, because what's going to happen for you is you are going to go on this amazing journey for the next 6 days. It's going to take you about 20 minutes, so I want you to be committed to you. Please be committed to you to do this, because you are going to uncover, did you ever think before, like, God, I wonder why, relationships don't work out for me, or I can't seem to save money, or I can't seem to lose weight, or any of those things happen to you? You're going to discover exactly why, where that limiting belief got anchored into you, and then I'm going to teach you how to rewire and reprogram your mind. I'm going to teach you how to powerfully manifest better, faster, and easier. That's going to cover a secret that even the movie The Secret didn't cover. And then I'm going to talk to you about language. So you might be interested in mindset work and manifesting better, faster, and easier. And you might have some routines set up already, but it's not working for you. I'm telling you, you're going to learn the reason why in that lesson. And then there's also a powerful lesson on how to really set up the right morning routine that works for you. This is what all successful people do. This is what all successful people know. And then the challenge is going to end with this jaw-dropping, eye-opening process that you're going to be able to implement into your life, like literally instantaneously. And you can go from a scared, fearful, angry, frustrated, any negative emotion, switch it to positive in 20 seconds. It's so powerful. You're going to use this tool for the rest of your life, and it's going to help you to bring things to you so much better, faster, and easier. So I'm so excited to be your host on this journey. I can't wait to hear your results, because I know they're going to be magical, and I will see you inside the challenge. Yes, so check it out, and you can find that at dianestore.com/6day like mindset manifestation. All right. So dianestore.com/6day mindset. 6day MM. It's on the screen. All right. So I hope you'll join me, because it is really amazing, and you're going to have so much fun with it. All right. Okay. So quick recap. Our intention statement today was, I have today to let go of the past to enjoy my new life. And I'm getting ready to do our mantra meditation. And I just wanted to share with you guys that this is your time. Your life is today. You do not get this day back. Once it's done, it's done. The only difference between, you and someone who's success, if you feel like you're not, you and anybody else who might feel successful or happy in their lives, is the way they're using their day, their today. And you've got to take action. You've got to be the greatest warrior for your life, the greatest. Nobody but you has the ability to change your life, but you, truly, to create the things that you want. It must come from you. Can you get support for it? Yes, but you have to take the action first. All right. So I want to change. I am committed to changing the statistics that the number one age group for depression are women between the ages of 45 and 64. I'm committed to changing that. making that go away. Pre-pandemic, it was also the number one age group for suicide attempts. No more, ladies. Like, it is your time to step up into your power. Truly, make the impact and the income and build the life that you want to live. Make your dreams come true. Show up that way for your family, especially your children. You're their role model. And so what we can do together. And so this is my contribution to you. This platform, my courses, everything that I do is about helping and supporting you. All right. So let's anchor in everything that we talked about today by doing our mantra meditation. And what we're going to do is I'm going to have you close your eyes, just stop whatever you're doing. This is only going to be a couple of minutes and it'll be well worth it. You are going to thank me for this. You're going to feel better at the end than you did at the beginning of this. And this will set you up for success the rest of this day. Okay. All right, I want you to close your eyes and we're going to breathe in for the count of 4. We're going to hold it for the count of 8, and then we're going to blow it out for 8. When you're breathing in for 4, I want you to imagine like the mist of a rainbow is going inside of you and pull it all the way down to your root chakra, your tailbone. And then I want you to, as we're counting to 8, I want you to send all the color of that rainbow and that mist to every one of your chakras, starting with your root chakra, your sacral, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your third eye, your crown, and your soul star, which is about a foot above your head. And the colors of that rainbow align with the chakras, okay? So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and white, okay? And then when you're blowing it out, I want you to blow out every toxic memory, emotion, feeling that you have that might be trapped in your body. Let's get rid of it, okay? Let's get rid of it. And then we're going to do that 2 times. Okay. So here we go. Close your eyes. Breathe in for 4. Hold it for the count of 8 and send energy to your chakras. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Blow it out like you're blowing out birthday candles. Get rid of the toxicity. So good. 1 more of those. Let's go. Breathe in for 4. Hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And blow it out for 8. Just listen to the words. I have today to love my life. Something really good is going to happen to me today. I can feel it. Miracles big and small, I notice them all. Yes, 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 thank you. I have today to let go of the past to enjoy my new life. I am no longer going to be stuck in the pain of the past with beliefs that weren't even mine, that I inherited from other people. Not that there was anything wrong with them. I'm just not choosing to live that way anymore. I'm going to decide right now, today, to live in my power with new beliefs. I'm going to understand that I came here for a reason. And the reason was to have fun, to love, to enjoy life, to experience all that life has to offer. I'm starting a new me today. From this day forward, I am going to do the work to let go and release that past so I can live the extraordinary life I see in my dreams, I feel in my heart, and I know is mine that's waiting for me. I'm going to find those blocks and determine the pattern, and I am going to rewrite those beliefs. I'm going to affirm those beliefs and live it. I'm going to think it, feel it, speak it, and be it each and every day of my life. I'm going to set up the daily habits I need to set up in order to anchor them in, and so they become who I am. And I am going to be aware when I slip back. And I'm going to use the tools that I've learned from Diane today to empower myself to live the most extraordinary life I can. I know I can do it. I know I can do it. I know I can do it. I have to do the work, but I don't have to do it alone. And I'm willing to do it because I'm no longer willing to stay stuck the way I am. I am letting go of my past today, and I am living a new, better life. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here today. It's always an honor and a privilege to be here. This is I Have Today with Diane Forster. Again, you can find us on E360 TV. We're also streaming on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. The show is called I Have Today with Diane Forster. Check it out. Follow me on social media at Diane Forster Official. Oh, yeah, and don't forget about the podcast, too. And I will see you next time. Have a beautiful today. Sending you so much love and light. Take care. Bye-bye.